Is anyone else really confused about this clavicular guy? It just stuns me how the role model of today's masculinity relies on this one guy. We're not talking Andrew Tate with Bugattis, businesses, women, cigars, living the ultimate lifestyle. No, we're talking about a young adult male that smashes his face with a hammer just so he can have a better bone structure. Like, I really don't understand. Has society gone that far off the rails? If you don't know who I'm talking about a social media presence named Clavicular. He really jumped on the whole looksmaxxing trend where you spend, if not all of your time, optimizing how your face looks to become more attractive. Now, don't get me wrong, I kind of agree. Yes, a guy should do what he can to become more attractive. 100%. Lose some weight, go to the gym, put on some muscle, get a haircut that suits you, maybe grow out your beard, try on some new clothes, and genuinely look the best that you can. I'm all for that. But when it gets to a point that you become so obsessed with your facial structure to the point that you're beating it with the hammer to only then cover it up with makeup because you have bruising and scarring is genuinely just embarrassing. And the crazy thing is, he's being praised online. Why are people praising him? People talk about mogging and Riz and all this rubbish for what? That this guy is mogging everyone. How? Because he said some absurd stuff online and he's collaborated with some high profile people on social media. It gives him a platform to inspire and motivate people. People are literally paying him to get access to the clav method. That's what he calls it. He literally has his own private coaching to teach people how to do the clav method, to look like him, to do what he did to get the same result. People are literally adopting his techniques. This is where it becomes so absurd to me. People at the start may have seen it as over the top and somewhat crazy, but then now it's just accepted. He has a large role on social media. He's generated a large following. And because of this, a lot of young men are now looking to him for inspiration. How is this bloke inspiration? He literally takes gear to have a very average physique. He's even done meth for what? For increased productivity. This is where things get so blown out of proportion. Understand if this is his way of living and this is what he likes to do and it's his life, 100%. Let him live how he wants to live. Who can be the judge of that? But as soon as it starts to influence young men's lives, when people think this is good, when they think this is what masculinity really is, that's where it becomes dangerous. They think a woman wants a guy like this, essentially a twig that wears makeup, that hasn't actually really built anything for himself, is desirable? No, it's not. Find the highest value woman you can find and ask her, what do you want? Probably wants a man that is loving, that is caring, that is faithful, that will lead her for the rest of her life. Someone that will give her children. A man that's there to fix her car when it's broken down. A man that's there to solve a problem around the house. Not a guy that's walking into nightclubs with makeup on his face. No woman wants that. That is not desirable. Yet young men are thinking this is true. This is why I really think he's just an absolute clown. No backbone, no masculinity, just an over obsession with his face because he was a little chubby boy. Instead of telling people your clav method, just tell people to maybe lose some weight, eat really good, train hard, learn how to talk to a girl, and maybe you would just do enough. Not even enough. Maybe you will excel. You think that's the only way to become somewhat more attractive? No, you don't need to do that. Women don't care about your facial symmetry. They don't. If you can hold yourself with confidence and you're a good looking guy with a good physique, then you're going to do fine. Don't listen to this joke. He's an absolute clown. And if you think otherwise for some reason, please let me know in the comments.